Will Biharis ever be able to vote in their own state anymore? Hello and welcome to tonight's headliner. The question that millions are asking right now after the Election Commission of India launched a controversial exercise called the Special Intensive Revision or SIR in Bihar specifically. On the surface, it looks like a routine voter list cleanup. But what's happening on the ground feels more like a quiet attempt to erase the very people who work the hardest to keep the country running. Our migrant laborers, daily wage workers, daily wage earners, whatever you call them, and rural voters. Let's take you back to June 24, 2025. That's exactly when the Election Commission of India officially announced this drive in Bihar. It was said to be a part of a legally sanctioned cleanup under Section 21 of the Representation of Peoples Act 1950. Basically, the goal was to verify voter identities, remove dead people, duplicates, and anyone who has permanently moved out of the state or shifted out of the registered constituency. Sounds pretty fair, right? A democracy should have a clean and accurate voter list. But here's where it starts getting uncomfortable. The drive officially began on June 25th. Booth-level officers, or BLOs, what they are called, were deployed across Bihar to go door to door and verify voter information. Every voter was asked to fill a detailed enumeration form and submit one of 11 approved documents. Now here's the catch. Aadhaar cards, voter ID cards, and ration cards were not considered valid for this verification. So if you are a daily wage worker who has none of the remaining 8 documents, or you were out of town during the survey, your name goes missing. By July 25th, which was the deadline for submitting these forms, out of Bihar's 7.89 crore registered voters, about 7.24 crore had submitted their forms, roughly 92% compliance, which sounds pretty good at first glance. But then you start peeling the layers. What about the 8%, roughly 65 lakh people who couldn't submit the form? That's where things get shocking. Out of these 65 lakh voters at risk of being removed from the list, at least 36 lakh have been marked as untraceable. Who are they? They are mostly migrant laborers, the same people who travel across the country, building our roads, working on farms, cleaning our homes, and keeping our economy afloat. They had absolutely no idea that this process was even happening. Now, according to SWAN, which is the Standard Workers Action Network survey, 90% of these workers were completely unaware that such a revision drive was taking place. At least 75% of them did not even know that they could have applied online. Imagine this. You leave your village in Gaya, Muzaffarpur to go work on a construction site in Surat, Delhi, Baroda. You are working 12 hours a day just trying to make your ends meet. Suddenly, back home, someone shows up at your doorstep asking for documents you didn't know were required. You missed the deadline. And now your name is gone. You come home months later to find out that you cannot vote anymore. Not because you committed a crime, not because you are not a citizen, just because you weren't home. And it gets deeper. Out of the 65 lakh names facing removal, about 22 lakh are presumed dead. Just imagine. And 7 lakh of them are marked as duplicates. The rest 36 lakh are people labeled as missing, shifted. But how do we know that they are really missing and not just outside Bihar working to survive? What process did BLOs use to confirm this? Was there a second visit, a follow-up call? Or was the assumption simply made that if they were not home, they are no longer eligible? And this brings us to the most uncomfortable question. Who benefits from this? The SIR is being conducted by the Election Commission of India, the ECI, under the leadership of Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar. The EC insists that this is a routine process to ensure electoral integrity and prevent fraud. They have pushed back strongly on criticism, saying that dead voters and foreigners should not be allowed to stay on the rolls. Fair point, absolutely. But why does this process disproportionately impact poor or the migrant voters? Because if you are rich or middle class, chances are you were home. You knew about the deadline. You probably have all 11 valid documents neatly filed in a fancy folder somewhere. But if you are a daily wage laborer earning 300 rupees a day in another state, you don't have that privilege. You don't know the rules. You don't have a smartphone, even if you do, if you have an internet access. Maybe they don't have time to check updates. And most importantly, you don't have the luxury of coming home in the middle of a month just to fill out a form. When millions of such people lose their vote, the composition of voting changes. The voices of the marginalized, the poor, the floating population, they disappear. And when they disappear, who remains? Those who were easier to sway, easier to control, or more likely to vote for the ruling. This is why opposition parties, RJD, Congress, CPI, TMC have raised serious concern. They are calling this entire process a silent electoral cleansing, a way to shape the voter base in favor of those in power. In fact, RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav has publicly claimed that this drive is a direct attack on the backward and poor classes. In fact, the Bihar Assembly even saw a massive uproar with multiple parties demanding a halt to the exercise. The matter has now reached the Supreme Court. A plea to stop the SIR was filed, but the court refused to stay on the process. However, it did ask the Election Commission to consider easing the document requirement, including possibly allowing Aadhaar cards and voting cards, something that could significantly reduce the voter excursion. But for now, the draft voter list will be published on August 1 and the window for claims and objections will remain open till September 1. After that, final names will be logged forever. And this isn't just limited to Bihar. In West Bengal, the EC has now offered officers 2,000 rupees as incentive to carry out a similar voter verification drive. Opposition parties there have already accused the EC of targeting Bengali-speaking voters. If the Bihar model is replicated across other states, we could be looking at a national trend of quiet voter removal. Let's break this down in simpler terms. Imagine a building society where the management says that it's doing the flat cleanup to remove names of tenants who don't live there anymore. But instead of knocking twice or calling the flat owner, they just mark you absent and remove your name from the society. When you come back home, your gate pass is gone. Your ID doesn't work and you cannot enter the building. That's exactly what's happening here, only on the scale of crores of voters in the world's largest democracy. The EC says that it is acting within the law, and to be fair, they are. The Representation of People Act does allow such divisions. But the execution of that law, what is under question? Because when laws start excluding the most vulnerable, even if legally done, it becomes a moral failure. So where do we go from here? The first step is awareness. Millions of people still don't know that they are at risk of being removed from the voter list. If you're from Bihar, or if you know anyone that lives in Bihar, check their name or ask them to check their name in the draft roll when it comes out on August 1. Help your family, friends, neighbors, people that work at your place. File objections before September 1 deadline. And for the rest of the country, watch the space, because it starts in Bihar, but it doesn't end there, guys. In a democracy, the most powerful tool is your vote. And if that can be taken away quietly, systematically, without a fight, it's not just voter suppression, it is a warning. A warning that power is no longer listening to the people. It's choosing which people to listen to. This isn't just about 65 lakh missing names. This is about a future. This is about the future of who gets counted in India and who doesn't. Let us know what you think about this in the comments section. Thank you and stay tuned.